number 9 for PSG. He's going to get us underway in this second half. So away we go with PSG leading by a goal to nil here in the Yankee Stadium. I'll confirm the changes for you shortly. You can see Ramirez right, Marin left, Hazard still on behind Lukaku.
I have to say though, Gary, with the substitutions, it's a stronger side out there now. So maybe Robbie was looking to enforce things a little bit more in this second period, maybe pick the tempo of the game up, pace of the game, more experienced players, maybe working better together.
Essien replacing Lampard alongside Mikel.
We've seen Kukuta go off and De Bruyne go off, so Marin's on. I guess a little bit of extra pace there will certainly help.
It's Ivanovic replacing Luiz alongside Gary Cahill. Number 4 for PSG is Milan Biševac, the Serbian defender. But here's Hazard. Well, claiming that there was a touch there from Diego Lugano, the Uruguayan defender who's just come on at half-time, and the referee has given it.
It seemed a little bit late in giving the decision, though, the referee. I'm not too sure if he was too sure, sorry, that there was a great deal of contact, but free kick was given.
Ivanovic, who was captain against Seattle, and has got the armband with Frank going off. You'll know Biševac, who's just come on. He has 9 caps for Serbia. Mikel. Played back by Michael Essien to Hutchinson. On by Ramirez. Played wide by Lugano. At the bottom of your screen you'll see confirmation of the revised lineups for the start of this second half. Just the Chelsea one. Stolen by Marin, but there was a foul on Chantom.
I think he's unlucky here, Marin. I think he does well. Chantom has just allowed the ball to drift away from him as he tries to get his foot back in. I think Marin just pinches the ball off and actually kicks or makes contact with Marin's foot, and that's why he goes to ground.
Verratti, the Italian midfielder who was brought to the club by Carlo Ancelotti. Very pleased with how he's settled in. Biševac striding forward, Essien gets it away, and now it's Marin. Down goes Hazard. Tackle was from Verratti.
Lovely little reversal of the body here, just rolls his body the other way. Defender's got no chance to actually win the ball. Foul all day long.
Back pass from Mikel.
Well, I think we've looked a little bit more controlled in this second half, Gary. It's a few minutes old, but I think we've looked a little bit more comfortable in possession of the football, which is important because we can build on that. First half we looked a little bit scrappy in that sort of area, but second half we're making better passes. Maybe we'll find our front men a little bit better as the second half progresses.
4 Chelsea changes so far, more to come around the hour mark. And by Ferreira to Hazard. Now Marin, he finds himself dispossessed. Lay off by Hural.
Interesting link-up. We'll probably see more of that from Hazard and Marin. Challenge there, Paulo Ferreira. This time's his tackle. Hazard and Marin have linked up very, very well. Did the other night. I think they are again this evening. We've seen these little turns of the ball around the corner. Well aware of each other's positional sense.
There goes Ramirez, playing that wide right role again, which we've seen plenty of under Roberto Di Matteo.
Well, something that we like to see, isn't it, from Ramirez, opening those legs and striding forward with that pace that he's got. It's not going to be perfect at this time of the season, but as these pre-season games wear on, he'll be getting in full stride. Across on this occasion, not the best.
Nicolas Douchet, quite a straightforward time of it so far in goal for PSG. Here's Marin, scorer against Seattle. Oh, that was a bit sloppy for Michael Essien. And here's Louis Ndula, who's scored in both friendlies so far for PSG.
Disappointing ball, wasn't it, by Michael? Giving away possession very, very easily.
Mikel to Hutchinson. Chelsea have a lot of a tricky situation there.
You know, Sam's in trouble here, you know, deep inside our own penalty area. Just try to get the ball towards Lukaku, who, for me, doesn't make the best effort to try and get hold of it at all. It misses his head by 2 or 3 yards, and yet the ball has travelled some 50 yards to reach him. He should be able to adjust much better than he did. And maybe we can keep the ball a little bit better.
Looks like 7 half-time changes for PSG. Here's Ivanovic. Mikel shrugs off Ferral. Here's Ferreira. Lukaku calling for it, but away by Sacco.
Lovely little turn there by John Obi Mikel, and a decent delivery as well on the outside of his right boot.
Lukaku. Hutchinson to Hazard. Taken down by Marco Marin. Nicely played. Ferreira. Oh, nice ball in, but cleared near post.
Well, that's one thing Paulo Ferreira can do. You know, he can use his left foot. I think he's playing left back this evening, but he can do that. You know, he can deliver. It's half a decent ball. Dramatically cleared by PSG at the back from a diving header, but yeah, nice to see him get into that attacking situation, Paulo Ferreira. One thing we haven't seen enough of in this game is our fullbacks making those attacking, thrusting runs.
Good tackle there on Lukaku. Bishevac for Pastore. And here's Essien for Chelsea. Lukaku. Oh, not the greatest touch inside for Ramirez. They want handball there. Chelsea not going to get it.
I just wonder if Lukaku could have kept the ball a little bit better there. Not too sure that the first time pass was the right option. But again, as we win the ball on the edge of our own penalty area, Gary, we talk about this counter-attack. We've got players out there with a bit more pace and get it into Lukaku. I'm sure Marin and the other guys can get around him, but he's got to keep the ball better.
Ricochet there off the luckless Ferreira. There's Harao, Louis Ndula, back to Harao, and Gary Cahill found himself in a good position. Louis Ndula caught having played the ball.
referee suggesting it was Sam Hutchinson's challenge there in the end that was questioned. Didn't see a yellow card though from the referee. Makes you think there wasn't a great deal of contact. Well, he's got up okay, hasn't he, after rolling around.
Verratti to Pastore. Camera slotted in at the back. Here he is, number 6 for PSG. SEM for Chelsea. Hazard. A lovely, purposeful run, just trying to pick out Lukaku in the middle.
Well, it's probably almost his first touch, isn't it, in this second period? That's what we need to be seeing. A little bit of drive and a little bit of commitment. It's a good driving run into the box, uses his pace well. Might deliver the cross in the end.
Well, he'll certainly deliver a cross here. Chelsea's third corner. Oh, Ivanovic may get on the end of it after a wretched near-post clearance.
Well, I would have to say some dreadful defending, wasn't it, the near post? Probably say a dreadful ball in by Hazard as well on this occasion, but sometimes a little bit of luck can go your way. Branasar trying to side foot finish. Maybe the volley would have been better. Just turn his boot. Maybe a forward on this occasion would have made better contact. A little bit unfortunate. Again, we talk about timing though. This is things that happen in pre-season. We've seen Branagh come up with some important goals over the years. I'm sure we'll see a few more yet.
Scored a few in the back end of last season. Remember him grabbing a couple at Villa Park. It was Maxwell who miscued his clearance near post. The Brazilian defender came on at half-time. Luyendula. Hutchinson tried, and then Mikel made sure.
Sam charging about down that right-hand flank. This time John Epping Mikel does get a yellow card. I think he's a little bit unfortunate, more clumsy than anything. Sam really diving in at one end, charging back the other way. Created the problem for John.
Absolutely enormous screen they have here. Chelsea's first yellow card of this match for Mikel. Free kick here to PSG. On by Harao. Good block. Verratti. Oh, possibilities here. There's Maxwell looking to get in on that left side. Brought clear by Essien.
He's done very well there, Michael. Gets himself out of a troublesome spot. Again, for me, Sam Hutchinson just getting caught out of position. Extra player wide. I don't think he needs to charge forward like he did.
Confirmation of the caution to Mikel. Coming up to 60 minutes, and Chelsea are preparing a change or two. You can see on the far side, maybe 3.
The only thing you would say, although we've not threatened the goal too much, Gary, in this 15 minutes of the second half, we've looked better. As a side, we've looked better. And I think that's important to note. We just need a little bit more. It's another poor challenge.
Straight through the back of Ramirez.
Well, it looked worthy of a yellow card, didn't it? First time viewing.
It is Verratti.
Well, he's not trying to bring the yellow cards out, which is right. Verratti with a poor challenge. Down the back of Ramirez. don't think you can have too many complaints.
Fourth yellow card of the game. By the looks of things, could be as many as 6 changes here for Chelsea.
Whoever's left, I think, Gary.
Marin. Ferreira. Essien. Maybe hit the back of Lukaku there.
Lovely to see Michael getting in that sort of position again. We see him strike the ball so well in the past.
Can't imagine him ever hitting one as well as he did against Arsenal those years ago.
Never forget that one, will we? What a strike. Of course, against the Gunners, even better.
Ramirez goes down. No foul this time by Verratti.
Yeah, I think he just tripped over his own feet, or the football itself. Right decision by the referee, and I have to say the referee's done okay.
Well, one back by Ramirez. Essien. Marin. First chance to run at Bishevac, and then Ramirez pops up on this near side as well. Oh, Verratti very calmly done. Tom.
Got themselves out of trouble really, really well there. Good skills by Verratti.
Well, we thought it was 6, it looks like it's actually 7 Chelsea changes to add to the 4 we saw earlier, so no one is going to get 90 minutes here, I don't think. Now, Harao.
Well, he might be tall, but he just couldn't stretch out a long leg there to keep this one under control. Decent enough ball and good running off the ball by him.
Well, this could take some time. First of all, Ross Turnbull replacing Petr. That's an easy one.
It's always best to start with easy ones.
Josh McEachran next. Lukaku and Mikel both making way. On comes Florian Malouda. And John Terry taking the captain's armband from Ivanovic. His first appearance in pre-season. One training session enough for JT to have half an hour. New keeper for PSG as well in amongst all that. Alphonse Areola. So essentially a completely new side from the one that started the game. Ashley Cole, you can see, come on there at left back. And Nathaniel Chaloba has taken over at right full-back. So see Lucas Piazon there, number 46. Ancelotti wasn't too happy about that last challenge.
Yeah, Nathaniel Chaloba who's just coming in. Well, he's put his foot on the ball, but it was his studs that made contact with it, and it was a little bit high, and I think Ancelotti a bit concerned about his players getting injured, understandably so. You see it again. Chaloba comes through with the ball, but maybe the follow-through was what he was concerned about on Maxwell.
No harm done. Essien. Now Ashley Cole. Piazon. Marin. Well, we saw Lucas Piazon pretty much through the middle, didn't we? In Seattle, and he's playing that role again.
Yeah, you know, can understand that. You know, that's I think that's where he's good, and he can find the ball into his feet. I just think that it's given us a little burst of energy, these players coming in, and Elbow in the face there. Not too happy with Michael Essien. Just trying to shield the ball, I think.
Well, 20 minutes gone in this second half. No change to the half-time scoreline, but plenty of changes to the personnel on the pitch. Adrien Rabiot, the man who got that blow to the face.
I think it's just a forearm. I don't think he actually threw it, but I think he's just trying to protect himself and the ball.
So this is the new Chelsea lineup following those latest 7 changes. Rabiot okay to continue.
As I said a few moments ago, you know, I think it's just given us a little bit of a lift. 7 players coming on. Just gives everybody a little bit of a lift and a buzz. Some movement, a lot of sharpness. Rabiot not too pleased with the challenge that he got from Michael Essien, but looks okay to continue.
The amount of minutes that these players are getting is very carefully planned in advance. And here's Piazon running at camera.
Yeah, just looked to lose his way a little bit there, Piazon. We've seen him play a number of games last season for the reserves and just trying to make his break in the first team, and I think on those occasions you've got to do, or just try and be positive, but he hesitated, and at this level of football you can't afford that sort of time.
Rabiot is nudged wide by Lugano to camera. Luyendula just took the ball out of play. Good pressure from Chalobah. Got a nice bit of applause from his coach. Ashley Cole down the line for Malouda here. Out by Bishovac. Here's Ashley Cole though. Good quick thinking from Chelsea.
It was. I just thought Ashley could have taken a touch here. If he takes a touch, he'll get a better delivery in. But when he's not taking the touch and it's still bobbling, it's a very, very difficult ball to put in. But we're seeing a lot more from us going forward, especially left-hand side. Malouda and Ashley Cole have always linked up very, very well. Ashley, of course, trying to get forward like we know he can.
Corral finding Pastore, looking for Luyendula. Good determination there from Luyendula. Here's Harral. Played back by Maxwell. Harral's in there.
It's a chance, isn't it? He should have scored. He's a big fella. He's got opportunities to make good contact on the ball. Should have hit the target at least. Given Ross Turnbull a problem, but quite a bit wide in the end.
He's a giant, isn't he?
There's a good tempo about the game, though, Gary. Now I think the substitutions for both sides has given the game a new lease of life.
Nice touch from Piazon, but just in front of Ramirez. Josh McEachran. Marin, Essien. His strength, holding off Rabiot. Marin. Rather narrow, and in the end the effort from Michael Essien was disappointing.
Yeah, just a little bit more patience maybe for Michael. We saw him have this shot a little bit earlier. Trying to get gets up to full speed and full fitness. Sees the whites of the post, but maybe on this occasion again, not the right decision. I've seen a great deal, of course, of Marin since he's been on second half. Need to see a bit more of him. Also, Josh McEachran. I've seen a great deal of him either.
Well, it's just been a performance in which it just hasn't happened in the final third for Chelsea. 20 minutes left. Ashley Cole up to Malouda, now Marin. Malouda again. Essien. Marin. Nicely played. Malouda first time. What a ball that is. And Piazon very nearly on the end of it.
Much better though, Gary, isn't it? Much better tempo to the game.
Malouda's cross to Ramirez.
We're moving the ball a lot quicker than we were in the early stages, and it's better to see. Having a crack, having a go. At least we're trying to get back on level terms. This is a good opportunity. This is a lovely ball in by Malouda. We should be seeing someone break across the face of the goal. Just clip it towards the far post there, towards Ramirez. Couldn't quite get his header in.
A little ball from Marin as well, perfectly weighted and placed. Bishovac. Straight onto the forehead of John Terry. Now Essien, much better from Chelsea this. Marin. Malouda, back to Marco Marin. Oh, he managed to force his way past Camera.
He's unlucky in the end. He didn't quite get the touch he was looking for from the reverse pass, but the football's better. You know, it's a lot sharper, it's a lot brighter. And there's some good ideas going in, some great running off the ball, and Chelsea at the moment starting to ask the questions that we wanted to for much of the game. Much more purpose to the attack, better around the penalty area. Well, I think a much more open game. And it's like we're 1-0 down in a game going where we're saying, well, at least we're going to have a go. We're going to try and get back into the game, even if we let one in at the other end.
Essien. Marin. Chelsea looking a lot more incisive now. Piazon. This is Ashley Cole. Malouda. Again, he's got his cross in here. McEachran.
Overcooked it though, didn't he, by a long way, but Josh has done well to keep it.
Camera away. That PSG back four is finding itself under a lot more pressure. Now the other end, it's Luyendula. Pastore ahead of him. Instead it's Rabiot. John Terry in the way, as he so often is.
I was going to say, as always.
And now, Chelsea captain will bomb down the left side. Marin. McEachran dispossessed. Left turn ball wasn't really off his line.
I think that was a little bit over-ambitious. Pastore, although he's looked a decent enough player, hasn't he, in this game? When you run with the ball so many touches and so many steps, it's an easy one for Ross just to back off. If they'd taken it a bit earlier, maybe it would have been different.
A snippy ball there from Michael Essien, which hit Pastore. Here's McEachran. Chalobah. Is there a goal in this for Chelsea? Goal that just tried to nutmeg Rabiot and failed. Verratti. Bishovac. Pastore. Corral just quite happy keeping the ball here. The men in red with 15 to play. Verratti.
Just not going anywhere, are they? PSG just content to keep the ball in around the halfway line. Chelsea with a good shape about them and no gaps. It's just all a little bit tight in there.
Well, that was given away by Verratti. This is Ramirez. Essien. Malouda. Just in front of Ashley Cole.
Sloppy, a little bit sloppy, and again, he's only been on the pitch a short while, and I guess we have to give him the benefit of the doubt on this occasion.
If you're being critical of Chelsea, you'd say the replacement PSG goalkeeper hasn't really been tested like his predecessor. And Chelsea have shown a lot more endeavour in the final third than they did in the first half.
Just not seeing that cutting edge, have we, around
No.
the penalty area, Gary? And I think that'll be the disappointment. That final pass, that final finish, final opportunity in front of goal just hasn't happened for us.
Goal to Ramirez. Chalobah. Decent pressing from PSG. Rabiot. Looking for Harao. Good pressing there from McEachran, but Harao still got it. And again, McEachran comes back. John Terry to Ashley Cole. Harry.
I think since Ashley's been on, he's probably helped out the forward line in the best way he knows how, in trying to get forward as quickly as he possibly can. It's been probably our best point of attack down our left-hand side. Just as we say, though, again, that final pass goes wayward again, and we lose possession, and we've not quite got that ticking up front.
Don't forget, next up, it's Philadelphia. A fascinating contest against the MLS All-Stars. That's in just 3 days' time. Of course, you'll see that live here on Chelsea TV. And then the match against Milan is on Saturday. Roberto Di Matteo very pleased with what he saw in Seattle. Frustrated with this, possibly, so far.
I think the disappointment would be that we've not troubled the goalkeeper. Especially second half, we looked a lot better second half.
Ashley Cole kept that in, by the way. Malouda.
I just thought that was easy for the goalkeeper in the end. Not enough pace on the ball from Florian Malouda. He was having a good position, good left foot, what we know he's got. He did need to whip it in a little bit more than he did.
Go back a long way, the two Italian coaches. Ancelotti was assistant to Arrigo Sacchi when Di Matteo was in the Italian squad. There's an obvious Chelsea connection. Got a pretty good squad here, Ancelotti. And here's Pastore. Luyendula. It was on for him. Harao to Rabiot.
Good block by Ivanovic there. Gets across well and just slows down the attack, allows players to get back into position.
Maxwell. Ten minutes left. Here's Malouda. Goal to his left. Piazon in the middle. Malouda offside.
He's unlucky. He's just trying to get back into position. Florent Malouda just drifted offside and tries to get back in past the last defender. I think it was a tight decision, but offside was the right one.
Of course, the result isn't of any real significance as far as pre-season goes, but they won't really want to lose the game. Ramirez, oh, Piazon, brilliant goal. Chelsea are level with 9 minutes to play. A Brazilian connection. Lucas Piazon tucks it home.
Well, that'll do him a world of good, Piazon. That's a good, tidy finish. There Ramirez does well, good little bit of link-up play here. Piazon makes the pass there, then gets himself in the penalty area, into the danger spot at the near post, and slides it home comfortably. Here we see the pass to Ramirez, slightly on the stretch. He slides in and just tucks it into that far bottom corner. It's a good finish. This will do him a world of good.
Well, we know he's a player of tremendous ability. We've seen it time and again for the reserves and the youth team. And could he be playing a part in the first team picture in the not too distant future?
Well, I'd like to say, Gary, I'd like to say we deserve that, I think. On the balance of play in the second half, we looked brighter, sharper. It looked like we were more incapable of scoring. The only thing we hadn't seen was any shots that troubled the goalkeeper. But finally, when we do get one, we hit the back of the net. We have, for me, been the better side in the second half.
Well, we've seen very little from PSG in terms of shots on target in this second half.
Yep.
Marin, John Terry, far side with his arm in the air. Malouda. John Terry still calling for it. Marin. Chelsea captain still calling for it, and Camera ensures he doesn't get it this time.
He's a big fella, Camera, as well, but I just suggested to Marin that he overhits the ball. Sees John Terry at the far post. He's been waiting there long enough for the ball to come in. Just overhit it slightly. I'm sure John would have adjusted his position and won the header, but in the end, PSG clear.
Pastore, looking like he might get 90 minutes.
Not been as effective as the second half, Gary. I guess we can put that down to fitness levels as well. Thought he was quite effective in the first half, but as we can see from the pictures there, you see fans there really enjoying the fact that we've got back on level terms.
There's no shortage of them. Forward by Tiene. Chelsea have it back with Ramirez. Piazon looking to return it to Ramirez. Oh, it's a good weight of ball, isn't it?
He's unlucky. Maybe just a little bit too far for Ramirez, but all he could do to try and perhaps win a corner. Good defending in the end, but lovely to see players running in behind. Didn't see enough of that in the first half. Maybe Lukaku the only one, but this time Ramirez has been charging down that right flank.
Verratti. Seized on by Josh McEachran. Well, Chelsea with their tails up look the more likely to grab a winner.
the more likely of the two sides. I have to say that PSG did threaten the first half with good pace, but of course players have been changed now.
Well, just a reminder that PSG were 2-0 up in their game last week against CSKA Moscow. Could only draw 2-2. Perhaps tiredness came into play there as well. Ashley Cole, plenty forward here. Big chance from Malouda and a good save.
That is a good save, because either side of the goalkeeper here doesn't make this save. Great first touch by Malouda, good swivel, good turn, tries to get his strike on target, which he does do. Goalkeeper stands up well. Let me see the chance again. Ball fed in well by Ashley Cole. That's a great first touch. Straight at the goalkeeper, who stands his ground, but that's a good turn by Malouda. As I say, either side the keeper, I don't think you'd have seen this.
Alphonse Areola with the save for PSG. And then after that, SCN was pulled up for a foul, a bit harsh. Here's Piazon. Maybe thinking about another one. And the challenge came in from Lugano, perhaps just a heavy touch from Piazon.
Yeah, just had to move the ball on there, Piazon. He just tried to do too much, but you don't mind that. He's full of confidence now, that's for sure.
Rabiot. Tiene. Good pressing from Chaloba. Verratti. Looking for Luyendula. Ross Turnbull came with his feet.
Well, it's important he got something on it here, Ross. I'm not too sure. It's a little bit unconventional, but did manage to get good contact on the ball and force it away for a corner. Running by Luyendula.
So, fourth corner for Paris Saint-Germain here. Looks like Maxwell with the out-swinging corner. Over Lugano, over Harao. Not a great delivery, to be honest. Was struck by Bishovac, and then Pastore, good save. Really important save, and then Harao had a crack which he didn't get hold of.
It's poor effort in the end, wasn't it? He's got a clear striker goal here. That's a dreadful corner initially. Branner doesn't quite get anything on it. They've had a little bit of luck here. Driven in, the deflection takes it into the path of the player. Good save initially.
Not sure the effort from Pastore was going in, but Ross Turnbull didn't know that. And then when it fell to Harao, it looked not quite a tap-in, but the next level up from that.
I think he's just got to make good contact on the football, Gary. I think on this occasion he doesn't. And it was Turnbull who then picks up the ball, being sat on his backside at the time. A little bit of good fortune. I think you're right. I don't think the shot was actually going in, but he had to make some sort of contact on it.
Malouda's cross. Little whip on that one.
It's a great ball in again by Malouda. Just showing signs there that he can get around his defender still. And get deliveries in the box. A good ball in.
The game's really opened up in the last 5 minutes. Just as it's coming to an end. Nathaniel Chaloba in possession, up to McEachran. Slid in nicely for Marin here. Ramirez has Piazon in the centre, Malouda as well. Marin. Very congested, will do well to keep the ball there.
Yeah, all a little bit tight, wasn't it? But again, both sides really going for the last goal, aren't they? The winning goal. Nice and open. Again, I think it's that pace that's changed the game for Chelsea. I think changes they would have made, and Marin and Ramirez, Piazon's pace, it's made a big difference to the forward line.
It's quite normal to see quite a tepid conclusion to these pre-season games after all the changes, but in fact this has been a lot more exciting than the first half. Into stoppage time. Maxwell up to Harao, not back to Verratti. Camera. Rabiot. Lugano to Verratti. Just keeping the ball in their own final third. Tiene. Verratti, Harao. Now in with a challenge. And a little too strong Ramirez there, was he? No. Chelsea's decision, much to the disbelief of Ancelotti and co. Rabiot.
If there's one final opportunity for either side, Gary, maybe one here for PSG.
Oh, Turnbull parries. It's Pastore again. Harao goes in. Sticks out a long leg to keep the ball in play, and Ivanovic not sure what was around him. Concedes the corner.
Well, he's got to play safe here, Branislav, and I think he's done right. You know, with 30 seconds to go in the game, you don't want to give a goal away at this stage, and albeit friendly, just do the right thing. It's a good habit from him there, just to clear his lines and make sure, gives everybody a chance to get back into position.
Away by Michael Essien. Goal down the line for Florent Malouda here. Wide by John Terry for Chalobah. Just Piazon really against four defenders in the middle. Essien, promising. Chalobah's cross for Ramirez. Harao helping out in defence. John Terry for Ashley Cole. Is there one last chance for Chelsea with 3 minutes of stoppage time play? McEachran for Ashley Cole. Just couldn't slide it past Bishevac. And that is that. There'll be no time to take the corner. It is a draw in the Yankee Stadium. Chelsea thoroughly deserved to get that draw as well, after Lucas Piazon scored in the 81st minute. Well, players complaining at the end, but final whistle's definitely gone. There'll be no more action.